Hey Julie, it's great to see you. Thanks so much for having us in your beautiful home.
No problem. Welcome to my home. Thank you so much for coming.
So it's pretty clear that fashion was always going to be in your blood, with your mum being a dressmaker. How has she influenced your fashion career?
Oh gosh, my mum is my biggest inspiration. She came to Australia from Macedonia when she was 21 and she basically taught herself how to sew, and I watched her progress and create a business. So she's always been my hero. And when I started my own business, she's worked alongside me, and I always feel like I picked up where she left off. So every win that I have is like a win for both of us.
And what traits have you inherited from her?
The good thing is the attention to detail. We both spot things straight away. We just look at each other and know what's wrong with a garment as soon as we see it. And the bad thing is probably perfectionism. I don't stop until it's perfect, and sometimes I need to let go, but I've learned as I've gone along.
It was such an achievement to be awarded the job of designing Virgin Australia's uniform. How did that come about, and did the designs come easy to you?
Nothing comes easy. This is the fashion business. Basically what happens in the tender process is they reach out to a whole lot of designers, and Virgin had sponsored my Fashion Week runway the year before, so they reached out to me, and John Borghetti had just been assigned the new CEO at the time. So rather than studying Virgin Australia, I studied John Borghetti, and I thought, what is John going to bring to this company? So I just went with something sleek, chic and simple, and it worked. And I think it was the confidence and, you know, just the belief in myself that got me through.
When you see that uniform, is there anything about it that you wish you could change?
Well, the wonderful thing is I still work with Virgin, so I'm constantly making changes to improve the uniform. So we're constantly changing fabrics, improving the scarf or any type of function. But the one thing that I wouldn't change is the red dress. That's become a bit of an icon, and that is my favourite design.
So I've been stalking your Insta feed, and I see you have an absolute love affair with New York. So when friends come to visit, where do you take them? Where are your favourite places?
One of my favourite places is Mercer Street. It has the Mercer Kitchen, which is a restaurant downstairs that has the best burger in New York. I'm more of a downtown girl, so I like to stick around Soho, Tribeca, and if I do go uptown, it's always Bergdorf or Saks.
So tell me about Grace on Mercer. Firstly, how did you come up with the name?
The name Grace on Mercer came from Grace has always been one of my favourite names, and it's a version of my higher self. So when I go into meetings or interviews, I step into Grace and become the best version of myself. And Mercer Street is one of my favourite streets in New York. So I thought what I wanted to do with this label was to make women feel like they're stepping into the best version of themselves.
So how do you describe the collection's aesthetic and style?
The collection is very versatile but very easy. There's not a lot of time anymore. There's, you know, someone's picking up the kids or they're travelling or there's no time to iron. What I wanted to do was create a small capsule collection that sort of covered the casual to the dressy and made it easy for travelling, so there's some pieces that don't crease, and it's all about efficiency and making life easier for women.
So what's your vision for Grace on Mercer 5 years from now?
Right now, it was a capsule collection that I wanted to do while I was in Brisbane, and I thought this is a great opportunity. I'm back home. I'm working on other uniform projects as well, but this is something that's more of a passion project for me, and I really wanted to create it for my old clients as well. So at this stage, it's a capsule collection, but I don't know when I'll do the next one. It could be in a couple of months or it could be next year.
What's the most influential piece of clothing that you've owned or created?
Probably the dress that I made for Kelly Rowland. That was a really hard dress to make, but on Project Runway, everybody loved it. And after I got off Project Runway, it became my signature. I made many more for my label.
Okay, so you've got to choose one brand to wear for the rest of your life. Which would you choose?
One brand for the rest of my life. This is a really hard question. If I had kids, it's like saying which one is your favourite. I dare say Valentino, always. He's always been a favourite between him and Karl Lagerfeld, but I think Valentino.
Here's one for you. What would you rather give up, your mobile phone or all access to the internet?
I'm attached to my mobile phone. I'm surprised I don't have it in my hand right now. But internet is the main thing. As long as I have my computer with me at all times, it's all about work. If anyone emails me, usually until 1 in the morning, I pretty much respond straight away. So it's all about the internet.
So, how would your mum describe you in 3 words?
My mum would describe me in 3 words: bossy, brilliant, and organised.
So as I was racing out the door this morning, I thought, I've got to grab something to show you.
Oh my God, I can't believe you still have that. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
I thought you'd love that. So I bought this about 10 years ago. It's got to be 10 years ago. What was happening when you created this beautiful piece, this jacket, and what memories does it bring back for you?
That brings back so many memories for me. Wow. So at the time I was doing a capsule collection for Jean Brown, which was at Emporium in Brisbane, and it was called 48 Hours in Paris. And it was, what would you wear if you were spending 48 hours in Paris? And that specific piece was when you were going to the opera, you'd be wearing an evening gown and you would just put that over your shoulders. Oh, I can't believe you still have that.
Julie, thanks so much for your time and thanks for meeting with us.
Thank you, Tracy. It's been wonderful to see you after so long, and thank you again for coming.